I want to talk about something that's very, very common but very unknown. And it has to do with the connection between your liver and right side shoulder blade pain. Now, if I'm going to face this way, this is my right side over here, we have the scapula looking from behind. Here's the spine. Here's a muscle, okay? This muscle is called the rhomboid. It brings the scapula inward and upward that way. You have a little muscle right here. It's called the levator anguli scapula. Now, if you have pain right in this space, right here, or up here, or right down here, chances are it's the liver. The liver is the most common source of this referred pain. But people don't connect the dots because they think the problem is right here, and they'll swear it's from maybe just bursitis, tendonitis, or some injury, when in fact they never really had an injury in that area, possibly. Now, this could also be the gallbladder or the bile duct, because when the gallbladder has stones or it's congested or there's some blockage or irritation in the bile duct, that can irritate a nerve called the phrenic nerve, and you have two of them, and it can shoot up right here and cause a pain up on the right side and definitely up here. So if it's more up here, usually it's more gallbladder. Down here, it's more liver. Now, if it's on the opposite side, it could be more pancreas. But both of these problems are related to digestion and food. Take a look at a couple things that could cause a liver problem. One is inflammation. You ate something that created some inflammatory response, either in your liver or the gallbladder. Or you have a fatty liver because you're consuming too much of some of these foods right here, and then there's not enough space in there. It just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and it refers pain right back here. Now, I personally had right shoulder pain and right rhomboid pain for 12 freaking years, and I had no idea it was related to my liver. In fact, I went to chiropractic college hoping that I would get it fixed. And after a million treatments, nothing worked until after I graduated, and I eventually figured out what it was, and I changed the diet, and all that pain mysteriously went away. I wish I would have known what I know now back then. So alcohol can mess with the liver. A high-carb diet will do it. Too much iron can cause irritation, inflammation, and cirrhosis of the liver. Vegetable oils, okay, or medications can do it too. Check this out. Now, if we compare back in the 70s to present time, and we look at the amount of grain consumption, we had an increase of 29%. So that's an average of 122 pounds of grains per person per year in the United States. Now, I definitely don't consume 122 pounds at all. So someone must be consuming a lot more than that. But this doesn't really compare to these next two. Check this out. In the 1970s, we consumed 4.9 pounds of corn. And I'm talking about corn products or corn oil or corn sweeteners, as in high fructose corn syrup. Now, if we compare that to present time, 14 pounds. So we went from 4.9 pounds to 14 pounds. That's 3 times more. That is an incredible amount of corn that people are consuming. But check this out, vegetable oils, right? Which are really grain oils, 12 pounds in the 70s. Now it's 36 pounds. That is the spike 3 times. That is a crazy amount of vegetable oils, which, by the way, these are both GMO and they're highly inflammatory. They could potentially irritate the liver, the gallbladder, and create this pain. If you're new to my channel, you should definitely learn about something called healthy keto and intermittent fasting. It can help you. I put a link down below. But if you want more information about the liver and what to eat, I put that video right here. Check it out. Hey, before you leave, I just wanted to give you a little quick history on some of the books that I wrote. This was one of the first books. It's called Dr. Berg Body Shapes. It was my attempt at writing about body types. What was very interesting about this book is I actually did all the images myself. Don't ask me why. They look actually not quite as professional as some of the images that I have in the new book. But anyway, this is my first attempt right here called Dr. Berg's Body Shape Diets. And then I wrote a book, more extensive, called The 7 Principles of Fat Burning. I don't even have a copy anymore, actually, because it's outdated. The next book, I put about 1,000 hours into this one right here, called The New Body Type Guide. Major updates on the body types. I put a lot of energy into this. It has professional images, graphics, all sorts of things. Now, the problem with this book is it doesn't really describe what this is really about. Body types are only a small portion of what's in this book. And that's why I changed the name to the Healthy Keto Plan, okay? If you happen to have this book, you don't really need this book because there's only very, very minor updates. But if you don't have this, you need to get this one right here. This book goes into every single detail that you would ever want to know about. It goes into the 7 principles of fat burning. It goes into hormones, the body types, the basic keto plan. It goes into intermittent fasting. I talk about the 10 fat burning triggers and blockers and fat burning strategies with a lot of details in every single chapter. I go into body issues that interfere with losing weight. There's very few people that just have a weight problem. They have a lot of body issues, whether it's sleeping problems, stress problems, inflammation, menopause. I cover that extensively in this book. Then I talk about how to get rid of stress, and I show you a technique. Then I get into exercising. And then I have a lot of really good recipes in this book as well. So this is a good reference guide. On my website, if you get this book, you get this one free. It's called Healthy Keto Intermittent Fasting. This is the shortcut, quick guide to this book. And the reason I created this book is to have you, within 45 minutes, learn how to do keto, okay, in intermittent fasting, exactly what you need to do. Then you can fill in the blanks with this book right here. So right now I'm doing a special. If you get this book, you get this one totally free, or you can go to Amazon and get these individually. So I just want to clarify the difference between this book and this updated one right here. If you don't have this, you need to get this right here. That way you can get the exact correct information to do it healthily.